used to.
I swore you said.
I've known you for years. I've always said I was.
Well, when we were there, you gave me a big speech like, "This is my land." I said.
How you doing, everybody? How you doing today? Hope you're doing friggin' awesome. All right, what are we doing today? Something new for the channel, the Graham Norton Show. Try not to laugh with the Graham Norton Show, Part 1. Okay, why are we doing this in particular? Because my patrons did a variety poll. They made suggestions. This is the one they suggested, voted on, came in first place with their voting. All right, friggin' stoked, check it out. Now, I haven't seen very much Graham Norton in day. I've seen a few clips here and there, you know, on YouTube. You know, the small things that make you laugh. Now, even though this is a try not to laugh, I'm just going to laugh for this because I don't like those. Like, this is an 18 minutes long video. I don't want to sit here and just, you know, be like, you know, trying to look like I'm constipated for 20 minutes. I like to, if it's funny, I'll laugh. If, you know what I mean? I just want to have a good time. Either way, hope you have a few laughs with me. Mash the subscribe button, bell notification. Shout out to my patrons for recommending it. You're friggin' awesome. Let's just get into it. Let's go.
If you don't want to matter. But I have, I don't know why you brought this up, but I did hear you discuss that you had an extraordinary disagreement with your wife about yourself. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Okay. By myself, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh.
What?
Listen,
Yes.
listen. I do know this story.
I do not know
Listen
this
with
story.
interest.
Well, one night, as you do, we were talking about stuff, and I just had no interest in, and of course, being circumcised, I said.
They were chatting. They're married. They're married. They're allowed.
Okay.
And she said, "You're not circumcised." I said, "What do you mean? You've only known me all my life." I remember my mother telling me why, because it was fashionable at the time. She said, "You're not circumcised." I said, "That's ridiculous. I should know if I'm circumcised." End of conversation. But the next day, I happened to be seeing my doctor.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Isn't it?
I was seeing my doctor for my annual physical.
Of course.
So, while he was down there, I said,
Excuse me,
oh, by the way, Irv, my wife and I had a little disagreement. I am circumcised, aren't I? Because she says I'm not. And he goes, not.
What a story.
No, it's not possible. So he looked down again and he said,
God.
"Hey, I'm Jewish. I know the difference."
What a thing to go his whole life, like, you know, and think he's circumcised and he's not. Like, oh my God. You got a funny story to tell now. That, oh my God, freaking awesome. All right, let's go. Make sure I'm recording here. Yep, I am. Okay, good.
That is a bizarre
Too
story.
much.
How embarrassing is that? How embarrassing.
Grandchildren.
You're going to have to change your Facebook status now.
No more beef stew.
Well, there's more beef stew.
No, my
You born in
God.
Hawaii?
I wasn't born in Hawaii. I was
you lived
born
there.
in San Francisco, but I did a lot of my growing up there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
so
thought
it
you
was
were born
amazing.
there.
I don't know. I don't think. No.
You told me.
I didn't.
These two.
I swore you said.
I've known you for years. I've always said I was.
Well, when
born
we
in
were
San-
there, you gave me a big speech like, "This is my land." I said. I swore he told me.
Oh, give him a hard time now.
Now all of a sudden, San Fran. That was San Fran. Then I transferred. When we were there, you gave me a very spiritual speech about how it all started. How your mother held you over this cliff.
Then he held him over a cliff like Lion King style. Kevin's the best. Rock can take a joke,
Where I was
though.
born, and my mother gave me.
This is the problem. Yes. I try to be respectful. Hawaii was beautiful. Beautiful, you know, mountainside and lushness, and we shot in this beautiful place called Kualoa Ranch, where Jurassic Park, the original Jurassic Park, was shot, and the ones after that as well. And it
I
was
should point out that's the next film series I'm going to be doing over on my movie channel. All right, just in case you guys don't know. As soon as I'm done Narnia now, I'm going to be hopping over to Jurassic Park. I haven't seen the films. I'm freaking stoked. Can't wait.
just amazing.
But you didn't like it, Kevin.
He hated it.
No,
this is the problem.
I didn't like it at all. I mean, outside of the spiritual grounds that you took me to, and I swore you even sung a song. You were like,
Just share that with them.
I specific. We'll talk about it later.
Well, how the song
The
goes?
song you were like,
Sing.
Kuna Matata.
You put him on the spot there. It's like, well, just sing it. Sing it.
Original.
So did you bring your medals with you? No. Oh, you did? Oh, I thought you might be wearing them. Oh, no, they're just casually in the back pocket.
Okay.
There we go, mate.
Look, these are proper Olympic medals. Wow.
Okay.
Marion, have you seen an Olympic medal?
I actually did. Yeah.
The French lads beat us.
Oh, was it French people beat you? Oh, the French got gold.
We'll have to go after them, boys.
Is there anyone in Ireland who hasn't seen those medals? they look like being round the block, those medals.
They're fairly tattered, yeah.
And of course, now, Michael,
Give
down
them
in
a hard time.
Blarney, word must have reached you of the O'Donovan brothers.
Oh, for sure.
I've held an Olympic medal. It was Gushu. Was it Brad Gushu for curling? Is his name Brad? It's Gushu. Anyways, is his last name. He won gold from curling, and I held his one time. So otherwise, pretty cool.
I mean, I wasn't in Killarney at the time, but everybody knew about it, that's for sure, yeah.
And Marion, watching that clip on could you understand the accents?
Nothing, not a word. I understood since. That's what I was like.
The movie set with Michael with his thick Kerry accent.
What?
I was like.
The movie set with Michael with his thick Kerry accent.
I can't understand what he's saying. Take Carrie's X. Take Carrie's accent.
Because the people loved the interviews you did.
Oh, we went to the movie and he couldn't take Carrie's accent? As in he couldn't tolerate? I don't know, whatever.
During the Olympics. But like, you guys knew you were being funny while you were doing the interviews.
I don't know.
I think it was funny because they were being themselves.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, we weren't trying to be serious, like, but
Yeah.
it just, yeah.
You did
Just
seem
kind of happened that way, like.
You
yeah.
did seem very happy to be in Rio.
I was quite serious about the whole situation, though. Everything we told us the truth, like.
Yeah.
And you have to understand, like, people ask us these questions all the time after races. It just so happened they put a camera in front of us in Rio.
And also, you won a silver medal, so suddenly everyone was
yeah,
interested.
yeah.
But the great thing is, this is like Ireland has never won any medal in rowing before, have they?
Well, no, it's Olympics. No, they have a few World Championship
Yeah.
titles, all right, but it's the first Olympic medal, yeah.
Woohoo! Very good.
All right, that's what they won. Was it rowing? Okay. I don't know what they won.
And
never
the
seen these guys
interview where
before.
you talked about your approach to the race, the phrases you used in that. So explain to the people what you said in that. Do you know the
Which
one?
one?
What did we say?
About going A to B fast as you can.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, tis a fairly simple sport, like. There's a start line and a finish line, and you go from the...
Quite complicated here, like.
People look complicated, like, and
Just, yeah.
your man says go at the start and there's a hooter at the finish, and if you can get from go to the hooter, then...
No bullshit, like.
Just row.
This
Go,
is
row,
based
you're
on
there.
your life.
done.
I mean, this is things.
Yeah, but I mean, loosely, Graham.
No, but things like, isn't the washing machine, that happened to you?
What?
The washing, you were very hungover.
Oh. Yeah.
Tell Jodie Foster that story.
All their stories are really cool, though, Graham. When I was teaching, which is what this show is based on, I went home one weekend, and I was in my 30s. I was probably 33 years of age. I went home to see my mother, and then I went back, and while I was at home, my mother did my washing for me, because I was only 33. And then I went back, and on the Sunday night, I got really drunk, and then I went for a curry, and then the next day I went into school.
Okay, he's about to break.
I'm going to. I went into school, and it was a school in Slough, and it was quite a rough school, but they had a really brilliant hearing impaired department. So there were hearing impaired kids who, struggled. They were really looked after in the school. Anyway, I was really hungover. I went there, and about break time, I felt really uncomfortable. I thought something's not right, you know. So I went to the toilet, and I pulled my trousers down, and some of my mother's knickers had got mixed up in the wash she'd done, and I was wearing my mother's underwear.
Oh my God!
And I went, oh God, no! Oh, I remember going, oh, you loser! This is such a low point, you fucking loser! And then the curry and the booze kicked in from the night before.
No.
So I did like a fecal Jackson Pollock. And I started...
What an embarrassing story. Oh my God. And he makes him say it on like national TV. But you know what? It's all in good fun. Oh my God. What a thing to do. He's loving it.
And I started going, oh God, not this as well. Oh Jesus. So I cleaned myself up and I pulled my mother's pants back up. And I went back into the classroom and I saw one of the hearing impaired kids just looking at me like this. And that's when I remembered that I had a microphone directly.
Oh my God, no way.
Here we go.
Oh, there's been some stories of people who were mic'd up for press conferences and stuff like that, and then they go to the washroom and the things, you know, you get to hear all the bathroom sounds while, like, you didn't turn your mic off. That's another good example of it. That's friggin' hilarious.
A lot of young actors, they revere you, so they look to you. But the other thing you inspire is impressions, people doing impressions. Now, when people do impressions of you, is it like sort of nails on a chalkboard, or do you kind of enjoy it?
No, I kind of enjoy it, especially if they do it well.
Oh, okay.
So, no, it's great. I love it.
I only ask. No, because any Hiddlestoners watching will know. Tom Hiddleston does impressions. You do impressions of lots of people. So who is in your canon?
Here we go.
It's a expression of admiration, just to be clear. So I do impressions of people that I admire, and I sort of listen to them. The first time I did an impression of
all right, Loki, what do you
anyone was
got?
aware of, I was just telling a story about Midnight in Paris, the Woody Allen film I was in, and how I'd never read the whole script, and I thought it was set in the 20s. And I turned up and I bumped into Owen Wilson, who didn't look like he was in the 20s at all. And I said to him, so wait, hang on, who are you playing? Because I'm playing F. Scott Fitzgerald, and I know Corey Stoll's playing Ernest Hemingway, and we're all playing figures of history. And he went, oh, no. I'm from now. I go back in time. There's a time machine. And, it's kind of cool, and it's kind of woody, and it's kind of awesome.
Pretty good. Pretty good impression. I like it.
I've been made to do impressions of my fellow Avengers. I think everyone does an impression of Christopher Walken because he's just such an easy kind of...
You know, I feel like what this show needs is more cowbell. It depends on what you like me to say.
I did the Pulp Fiction movie reaction, and Christopher Walken was in it, and it kind of shocked me, and I did my Christopher Walken impression, and had a lot of people leave comments on that. They liked it. You guys, wow. Christopher Walken. Okay, I can't do it right now, but it was pretty good at the time. All right, let's go.
Basically, there's no punctuation. Anything that comes out.
It's hard to not, when you're doing Christopher Walken, to not blur it with like a John Travolta, like whiny John Travolta, and at the same time not talk like William Shatner. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you just said, there's no punctuation with Christopher Walken. It's like, wow, a little boy, hello, you know, and it's like...
My mouth.
I love it.
I like that. I know whole pages of Heat.
You surprised me.
Okay.
So there's the scene in the middle of the film, which you'll be familiar with. You were there.
The one person you don't need to explain it to.
He remembers.
You're very good in this.
He remembers. Yeah. There's a scene in the middle of the film, which is because Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. Sorry about this.
Don't worry.
They're separated, like a great thriller. They're separated for the entire film, and they meet twice, once at the end and once in the middle. And it takes place at a restaurant in LA. It's a great scene. It's one of the great pieces of screen acting you can hope to watch. There it is. There's a picture of it. It's like it's a mutual recognition of each other. Anyway, so there's a bit where they sit and have coffee and have tea and talk about stuff. I'm going on, I apologize. Anyway, so Al Pacino at one point, Al Pacino says this. He goes, so, we're sitting here like a couple of regular fellas. I mean, you do what you do, I do what I gotta do. If I'm there and I gotta put you away, I won't like it. But if it's between you and some poor bastard whose wife you're gonna turn into a widow, brother,
So
you
good.
are going down.
That's pretty good.
And then,
Pretty good.
and then Michael Mann cuts back to the esteemed gentleman at the end of the sofa.
The famous frown.
What if you do got me boxed in? I'm not gonna put you down. We've been face to face. Yeah. But I will not hesitate.
Oh, he knows the
Not
film
for a
so
second.
well.
That's my...
His impression was pretty good. It's pretty good. But I can't do it either. But just the fact that he has so much of the film memorized. My God, I've never seen that film, but anyway.
This is so meta. I feel like I've gone into a parallel universe where
You're playing all these parts.
Yes, I apologize.
No, it's great.
Yeah, I did an impression of Ken Branagh.
That was my favorite scene in the
Was it
movie.
your favorite scene?
Yeah.
It's a
Still?
great scene.
Yeah.
Still.
No, but my favorite scene that was written before, not because of doing it, but my favorite scene written in the
Yeah.
film. You know, that
It's a great piece of writing.
Yeah, it's great.
It feels like it plays in two singles in a way. Like
Yeah,
it just,
yeah,
and
yeah.
And it's like the most beautiful game of tennis.
Did you each do lots of takes? Did you do lots of
I
takes?
forget how many takes we did. I don't think we did more than 5 to 8 or 9 at the most. Maybe less.
And you talk about your dreams and you talk about your life. It's so great. It's so great. There's another bit where you go.
Okay. Give it a rest now.
He says, Pacino says, so you never wanted a regular type life. and Bob, may I call you Bob?
Yeah.
Bob says, what's that? Barbecues and ball games? Yeah.
You can quote the whole movie. He loves it so
Clear.
much.
Obviously, your mother loves you because you're her daughter.
Oh,
but
there it
she is actually a sort of a fan as well.
No, it's not quite that. It's, no, she is. Oh, goodness, right.
Yeah.
So, one day my mum came to set on the Star Wars set. And I was getting this thing called cyberscanned, which is where you stand in this kind of loads of cameras and they kind of take your form and put you into a computer and make a toy or some sort of merchandise or your face on a cushion. And so I go off and do this and I come back and Mum's like, I've made a great friend. And I'm like, brilliant, it's lovely, excellent. And she's like, it's the merchandise, director of all of Star Wars or something. And I'm like, well, that's very impressive. And then before I know it, what comes in the post is loads of cushions with my face on it. So my own mum she gets to see it a fair amount, but apparently it's not enough. So
Can you imagine going into somebody's house and they just have cushions everywhere of their own face? That would be hilarious.
Kind of blown away at how much merchandise there is.
Yes,
It's
but
really,
also-
and it's
when it
not even,
comes to
it's
Star
just the
Wars.
beginning. It was like the pre-merchandise. Not even the real stuff is out yet, and my mum has all of it. But doesn't know about the doll yet, so
But also,
shan't
this is
sell
so
it.
weird. I don't know. Is this in your flat or her house?
God, no.
This
Oh,
room.
right, okay, so basically, she thought it'd be really funny if I came home and it was everywhere in my room.
Okay, so this is Amelia's actual bedroom.
Well,
Oh my God, we're doing my way.
It's like a joke, and then, oh my goodness, and we found the photo, but it's not like that now. There is another reason why I'm single.
You took a first date back to that.
Yeah. Come on in.
We're doing it my way.
This little thing once. I don't have a CV, I just have a bedroom.
I don't think most guys would care. I think they would not care at all. Like she said, okay, whatever.
But this is cool, though. So your mother, a big fan,
Yeah.
but Brad Pitt, also a very big fan.
That was the best night of my life.
Yes.
Look at her face, her jaw drop.
Tell the story quickly. Tell the story quickly.
Yeah, there's a duvet.
We're all ears.
Sheets, slippers. No, yeah, there was this auction thing that happened, and they called me and said, "Would do you want to auction something off, like maybe sort of an experience, watching the show with you or something?" And I was like, "Okay, if it's lovely, it's great for charity.
Yeah.
It'll be for some, something,
Yeah.
and it'll be fine." Anyway, so I get there, and it's
Good
basic.
thing.
It'll be a
Good
good
thing.
thing. I get there and it's basically like this. It's basically it's the Oscars. Like there's so many celebrities in this room, and I suddenly remember that I said that I would auction something off, and so the fear grows. So I was petrified, absolutely petrified. And then the person whose table I was on is a friend, and he was being very kind and kind of put the paddle up, and I was like, "Thanks very much. That's very sweet. That'll be that." And then someone else's paddle went up across the other side of the room, and I didn't really know. And then suddenly it was sort of becoming a bit of money, and I was kind of thinking, "Oh, this is absolutely mental." And someone went, "It's Brad Pitt," and I was like, "Lol, sure." Exactly. Sure. And I look over to the room, and he's got his paddle up.
Brad's paddle.
Brad's paddle.
Brad's got a pedal up.
No, not quite. Well, it didn't work out because the person who was my friend, I think it was probably all set up. The person who was my friend ended up, doing the highest bid. But
Come on.
But yeah, I just kind of looked over with
to be
just the
Brad
most
Pitt.
insane emoji heart eyes, being like, "This is just the greatest moment."
Oh my God! What if it would have been Brad Pitt? She didn't say what it was, did she? Her experience was? Was it just watching the show with them or something? Oh, okay, I didn't know. 'Cause sometimes, she's obviously not going to auction off a date or something like that, because that would have been like, oh my God, Brad Pitt? No. Anyways, freaking hilarious. I like how the host there just keeps putting them on the spot. He just keeps being like asking them questions and making them tell stories that put them in awkward situations or whatever. That's the friggin' comedy goal of it all. I liked it. Thanks for recommending that, patrons. You're friggin' awesome. I needed a good laugh today, and that was it. If you got any enjoyment, be sure to hit the like button. If you want me to do more of this kind of content, comment down below and let me know some kind of variety funny videos on the internet you'd like me to check out. Peace and love, everybody. Peace, peace, peace. See you later. Take care, everybody.